day and a pleasant welcome to Nimba D9 TV. And this broadcast is going to be simulcast on the radio voice of Tapeta, radio voice of Yahweh Messenger, radio Nimba, radio Kekiman, and radio Secular. We hope that someday maybe radio Lawai can also pick it up. But my name is Edmund, and we are way here on beautiful weather, just close to the border of Rivers in Nimba County Electoral District number 9, and it's in Blinlon Administrative District. A few kilometers away from the town called Towing is where this camp is situated. And the camp is a logging company owned by Westwater Group Liberia Incorporated. It's a registered business in Liberia, investment that's ongoing with employment and all of that. But it's good to be here. Tough road for some places, but better road living on here on the before. But we are here with the human resource manager, and he's going to introduce himself for the benefit of those, and we just want him to be audible, because in the bike, sorry for those who will be watching, and the bike is a generator in the background, so probably you might be listening to that, but it's a camp for logging company. But he's going to introduce himself and tell us his role here. Welcome to Nimba D9 TV, sir.
Thank you. I'm Godford Rufus Nyonje. I'm the Human Resource Manager for Westwater Group Liberia Incorporated. It's a pleasure having you guys here today. Same a group of journalists. Your concern is very important to us as a people. So once again, I want to say you are all welcome.
That's a good way to start this important interview. It's important that investment come to Liberia. This is why the government of Liberia stands for. We have always heard them say they are friendly, investment friendly. So if we come way here and see that there are groups that have come to provide services to our people, indeed, it's a pleasant way to say we are here. But by the way, how many employees you have here? Both, we don't like to call them foreigners, we like to call them, international or expatriates. We don't love to call people foreigners, so I mean, we just call them international stars or maybe expatriates. How many of you are?
Well, we have 7 international staff present here, and with that of our Liberian employee, we have 67 Liberians.
7 Liberians.
Yeah.
Wow. That's a good way to start. So, as human resource manager, so Nyonje, if I get it correctly, is that correct?
That's
Nyonje. Nyonje is here. So, how many of them come from the construction area, for example? That's 67 black stars.
Well, the major priority of the company, besides our operation here, we must build the capacity of the community. So we have 60-40, and the 60 come from the community, 40% for the community. And so we get people who are skilled and unskilled from the community. If you are unskilled, we get you and make you skillful.
Wow, that's wonderful. That's a good one. But so for instance, how do you do your hiring? How do you do that? How do you hire people?
Well, the company works along with a group called the CFAB. The CFAB is the Foreign Body Management Team. Whenever we have a vacancy in the HR department for the vacancy, we also inform the head of the CFAB that yes, indeed, we have a vacancy. We gave the community the first priority. That is, give more recommendation of people you know that have the capability of doing what we want, considering the vacancy. So then check in the community, sent us names of people, applicants, and we interviewed them. If you are qualified to get in the job, we give you the job. If you are not qualified, then management use our own description and said, no, we need to build the capacity of these people. Since this guy wanted to be a 966 operator, he came for the test and his ability cannot permit him to have the position. In order to build up the community capacity, we have it as a mate to the professional guy, then we take you.
Wow, that's a wonderful one. So just in case you tune in to Nimba TV, which is owned and operated by the One Nimba House Media Incorporated. We are today at the Westwater Group Liberia Incorporated camp in Blinlon, Nimba County Electoral District number 9, and we are in conversation with the Human Resource Manager and the camp manager, and it's a wonderful time to be here. So for instance, my understanding is you signed an agreement for 15 years, is that correct? So
Yes.
what does year 1 says, for example? In terms of social corporate responsibility, what does year 1 says?
Well, we have a CUC signed with the community. And within our CUC, the CUC is a commercial use contract. It's 15 years. Systematically, we have priority. When we start operation, the social responsibility, one of the major one there is construction of road. The second major thing there is paying the land rental fee to our people. Another one again is to making sure that people from the community are giving some level of awareness. When I talk in terms of awareness, I talk about education, conscientizing the minds of people, developing the minds of people educational wise. And so for our first year here, we are now constructing the road. The road construction, if you may have traveled along the road, I think you may have seen some of the bridges we have already erected. The road leaving from Moyi, Clinic, coming as far as to the camp to Tonwen. And the road construction continues from Tonwen to go to Lekatan Junction. But because of the rainy season, this is why you see a bit slow down. And so it's where we are. Another major responsibility that we have met is paying the land rental fee to our community, to the forest owner. As I said to you, we have taken care of the first year of scholarship for kids from the community. And I don't think I'm going to go far to pronounce the amount paid, but we met with that. But if you deem it necessary that I go into figures,
Yes, please say it for the benefit, because sometimes these concessions, when things are not clear, it brings up commotion. There are people who are not here, who are living abroad, who are living around the world, but they are from here, and they want to know the details. So for instance, this is your first year, or this is the second year?
This is our second year.
Second year.
Yeah.
But you have paid the first
year.
rental, or first rental, which is
Yeah.
27,000.
27,000 inclusive of scholarship for 5,000 United States dollar for scholarship, and the different for land rental.
So when are you going, for example, pay the second year, the second 27,000?
Well, let me.
Have you started shipping already?
Yeah.
Okay.
We did the extraction, and we are transporting the log right now to Bicano, where we have our Lopun base, and after that, the shipment starts.
So how about the issue of trees that are on a diameter? How do you do it? Where are your team of of experts for, are they going through the regular FDA routine that you are not, for instance, harvesting trees that are under diameter? And if you are doing, do you get fined? Will you accept it?
Let me just say this to you. We have people, professional people who study their lucky business. The companies that just doing this work alone. We are working with FDA representation here, and it is FDA my responsibility to monitor every activities of the company here. If for any reason we have gone that far, let me just tell you the truth. You will not even be the one to ask me the question. FDA representation here will be the first person, and they will take us to tax as a company for doing such a wrong thing.
So from the
time we've been working, FDA representation here has not complained to me as HR manager, stroke administrator for the company to know. Yes, indeed, your wife will have gone in this direction.
Nyonje is here with us today, the Human Resource Manager for Westwater Group Incorporated, Liberia Incorporated. But again, it's a wonderful time to be here with you. And we're not going to take too long here because we need to see some of the sanitation areas. And just in case you tune in, this is Nimba D9 TV, and we are here in conversation. We go where nobody dare to go. We go to bring you information that is credible, factual. That's why we get on our motorcycles to come and make sure that we see what is happening for the benefit of our community, of our nation, and its people. So, how is the working relationship with you, the compound, and the ordinary citizens? For instance, do you sit with them and have conversation? What are you hearing from them on the road? On the health post, do you have a health post? If yes, where is it? Do you have an ambulance service? If yes, how do you do it? What do they tell you? Be frank with us.
Yeah, I think of recent I just used the word, and I want us to go back to that word. That the work here, everything we do here is systematic, step by step, step by step. As far as we are concerned here, the working relationship with the community is actually cordial. To tell you that it's cordial, one of the major concerns for the community is the empowerment of the community. This is what I said to you is 60-40. But if I will be given a permission, I can show you my entire roster of employment so that you can see that majority of the people that are here, they are from the community. And one of the major things there I said to you is to develop the minds of guys from the community, youth from the community. And we are doing that. If so, we have a better working relationship.
Okay, good. So once again, this is Nimba D9 TV, and thanks to all you who are tuning. And so what we want to understand, for example, is every work-related issue has constraints. You have told us your success story. You're empowering the community, and you're making the roads. You pay the first on the 7,000, though you never made mention of when the next on the 7,000 coming. You have started to harvest already, taking the loss from this Blinlon forest. But what are some of your challenges?
Thank you, Roman. You see, before starting the operation here, we have people who connected us to the people of Blinlon. Personality who connected us to the people of Blinlon. Before we could make up our mind to come and start a job here to team the forest from the people of Blinlon, there were a series of assessments made by people from the community in collaboration with our representative, all Liberians. And the report that was given to us regarding the forest, starting the work, we could not see the reality from the report. especially the kind of wanted laws that will give the company the kind of a zeal. We cannot get it here. That's number one constraint for us. Even that prompted the owner of the company said, yes, I have obtained the forest already. Even if we can get the kind of law we want or that, citizen, the only thing I have to tell you, maybe I'm elected come in with a sawmill company so that we can produce plywood. So the first constraint here is the forest. We cannot get the kind of law we want. The second thing there is we have people who should manage the forest. But managing the forest for us from the community is not to the letter, to some extent that even around our camp, you will see farmer branches damaging the trees. Mine, we are here for 50 years. And it is at the detriment of the company. We are experiencing that the forest that is under our control, we see people getting in there, citizens from the community, some branching 125 hectares. It's a problem. That's a constraint. And so my appeal to you as a group of journalists here today, working with us and working with the community, please lay emphasis on that so that farm making within our forest, even if we cannot stop it 100%, let us minimize it because it is at the detriment of the company. I will show you one of the nearby farms. There we talked and we got tired. We expected the community to get involved. And it didn't go on right now in the farm. People there scratching the farm, broadcasting rights. Our conception. And many others. And we are paying foreign guys from the community. Yet and still we have kind of experience like experience. So it's a constraint. So I would just lay emphasis on those two.
Okay, so well, once again, we are about to end this interview to do some site visitation and all of that to see what's unfolding. But it has been a wonderful time being with Mr. Nyonje. He's Garfot Rufus Nyonje. 2 first name and 1 last name. This is a wonderful name. You from Magibi?
Yeah.
We're about Magibi.
I'm from Bajokotan.
Bajokotan. Is it close to one, for example?
Yeah, close to one. In fact, David Manga, Jeremiah Manga, all the guys, we are all first cousins.
Okay, so
we are so man.
I'm
We are
telling
all
you.
one brother.
Okay, so that has been here so well, but maybe you wanted to assess something. And we did not touch it. What do you want to say?
Alright, I just want to say this to the group of journalists here and also to our people out there. You see, our economic situation for now in Liberia is at a point that whatsoever we are doing, we should be very mindful and we should be careful, we should be patient. Sometimes we find these guys coming to us, investors coming to us with their money. And there are things that happen that sometimes we expect them to do automatically. And sometimes they don't do it. The only thing we have to do is to bear patience and use what we call persuasive mentor so that we as Liberians can achieve our goal, even if they are carrying our law and if they want to develop our community. For me, as HR manager here, my pieces of advice to my people, to my community, let us use what we call persuasive mentor so that we can achieve our goal. Another thing that I want to say to you guys, the team here, yes indeed, there are things you guys expect to see or community expect to see right away. But it's not just easy. The process here, we do it one at a time. And so we started somebody last year, if I'm not mistaken, May. we started operation. Can you imagine? They were at a point in Riverside called Swacom. And we started finding asset route from there here, road construction. And we got here. And we decided to do construction, putting things in place, getting prepared for full operation of the 15th year we are talking about. So as we were moved around, maybe community members I explained to you, it's like this, it's like that. But I also want you as a journalist, when you are editing and sending your report, maybe you may have few recommendations behind your report after seeing what you expect to see, to say to the community and the people of Liberia and the world at large that yes, indeed, they started from May last year. They have erected camp. There are other things we see. They have employed about 67 people from the community in Liberia. And they are still fighting to get out of the Embryo state, to get the company at a point where Liberians and other international stars, even if it is not 100% before the 15th year can come to the middle, we have a starter and say, yes, indeed, we are working for Westwater Group of Company. The house I built there, the knowledge I have today, it was through Westwater Group of Company. To end the process require persuasiveness. Thank you.
So it has been a wonderful time here with Benjamin S. Thomas, our chief videographer on this one. A tour at the Westwater Group Liberia Incorporated. Thanks for joining us, and the next you're going to find us somewhere in one community.
It is a camp, as you can see. These are equipment of the company.
From the Westwater Liberia Group of Company Incorporated, and a very, very tough talking HR, Nyonje, wonderful man, said they're already doing community empowerment for the youth. But we just told it was to just balance the story from this camp, to talk to one of the brothers who is working here. So you welcome to Nimba D9 TV. What is your name?
My name is P. Munkaji.
What work do you do?
I am the ferry supervisor.
Oh, felon supervisor. That's good. So which community are you from, for instance?
From right in Nimba, but from District 6.
Oh, you are from Nimba. Oh, so that's everything.
No, everything is okay.
So do not be afraid, but talk to us. How is the company? How are things here at Westwater?
For Westwater, we're working here together. Everything is okay with us here. I think as you can see, we are doing our production perfectly. So management is taking good care of us. But right now in Liberia, the job is very hard. So to where you find your daily bread, you need to at least give yourself and be there and do as best as you can.
So your pay can come on time? Or is it like a Liberian thing? 2-3 months before you get paid? Do you get paid on time?
Yes. Sometimes due to our road condition, sometimes if they were paying on the first, sometimes due to the road condition, heavy rainfall, there's no way that our vehicle can come in to pay our money. Sometimes 2-3 days can be hard. So that's the only little problem we have.
Yeah, so the management, we talked to them, and they said the issue of sanitation is a problem. They admitted that the issue of sanitation is a problem, but they're fighting to address it. As one of the head for the workers, what do you say about that? What word do you have to tell? Because sanitation is everybody's business.
Yes. For the sanitation, it is true and correct that we have problem with it. It is all at the top management. We keep requesting from them that they should find a name to build all safe and pump and that
very good.
pave.
But it's toward June. At the end of June, we come here, it's going to be all right. Mr. Young J is on record for that.
Yeah, yes.
You will feel good?
Yes.
Okay, so what more do you have to tell us? We're about to leave.
Oh, I would like to say more welcome to you guys. Thank you for coming. Thank you for the concern. And we pray that everything works well for us.
Okay, thank you so much. And thanks to Benjamin Thomas and the rest of the crew. It was good being here at Westwater. See you here in June, at the end of June. June is almost ending. We just have a few more weeks to go. And June is going to be here. So bye-bye. We'll see you another time.